Oh, parallax. Parallax is just a little trickeration. What it is multiple sliders on the stage. You use one, it controls both. Real easy stuff. Just got to organize it, keep it clean, and we'll have it done. So first things first, we're going to insert our first slider. I'm going to plop this on the stage here. I'm actually going to keep it relatively short, I think. So we'll keep it relatively short here and just a small track so we know what's going on. You know that we can change this. We did it in the tickle exercise where it's just a matter of either right-clicking and say Format Shape, or you can go up to Format on top and change the thumb fill here. I'm always preference to do this, so I'm going to go to Format Shape, Picture, and then from File, I'm just going to pick the soccer ball. And just to make sure there's no line, I don't know why they do that. So there we go. Soccer ball on stage, ready to go. Nothing too grand about this. I just want to make sure I'm keeping it clean. So I'm going to name it soccer. And then under design, you know that sliders give you that default variable each and every time. Now this one here is called slider one. I don't want to do that. I'm going to call it soccer just so I can stay organized here. Next is I'm going to put another slider on the stage. So I'm just going to go to slider. Yeah, just do this. Nothing too fancy here at the moment. I'm going to treat it the same. This time I'm just going to put something different in here. I'll go ahead and put Format Shape. Picture. Oh, sorry. Fill. Picture. I'm going to go to File and I'll pick the football. Okay, again, no line. Right. So there you have it. I got two sliders on the screen, no big deal. I got to name them, right? Make sure I'm doing this right. Football. And then I want to double check up here. Oh, design, sorry. And that my variable is the same as well. So there you have it. I got a soccer ball, I got a football, right? So what we want to do is kind of convey that something is moving forward and then this background and or scenery is going in the opposite direction. Kind of gives that effect of gaining ground, walking across. I mean, that's what parallax is really, right? So to do that, we have two. I want this particular soccer ball to go this way, and then of course, if you think about it, I want this particular football to come the opposite direction. And we simply do that by going into Design tab. We see that we have this end point here and the initial point here. Both of them are set to 10 and 0. But what I'm going to do is take the second one here, so the football, and I'm going to set the initial to 10. See that? So now it's on this way. So now I'm going to look for some sort of code that says, hey, if I'm going to take this soccer ball and go positive increments or ascending this way, I want this to go in negative increments or descending that way, right? So we're just going to go up here and say, I want to adjust the variable. And I'm going to adjust the variable of the football, right? And I want to say subtract a value of 1. Not when the timeline starts, but when the slider moves. And now it's saying which slider. And of course, I'm going to pick the soccer one. So if you just want to wrap your head around this, the variable of football and or the variable associated with the football slider, I want that to subtract the value of 1 every time the soccer ball moves upwards, right? So I'm just going to hit OK. And now I'm going to test it. So in theory, I should be able to, oh, there you go. How about that? Not bad. So real clean. Everything's organized. I know that this is a soccer ball. I know that this is a football. And I want them to go opposite. But to create that parallax, we need a background. So it needs to appear as if the background is moving. And we simply do that by, instead of having something small, like a small object like this, we are now going to right-click, at least I will. You can use the format up top if you'd like. And you're going to want a pattern fill this time of some sort of scene. And I'm going to use this scene right here, this, I don't know why it's called hall. But in doing that, you can see that went away, but whatever. Let me just make sure there's no line color, no line. Okay, cool. So that, wait, what? Let me try that again. Format, shape, picture fill, file, this, open, close. There we go. So now you can see it's some sort of image. And just like absolutely anything in any software on the planet, these little anchor points here are there to change the size. So I'm just going to put this currently way up here. Then I'm going to grab a corner, hold in shift, and just go And this gets a little tedious because sometimes when you do stuff like this, it makes the file just a little bit bigger and difficult to work with. But we'll be okay, I think. Okay. And then you know that this is going to go from left to right, so you're going to want your right edge to be the hangover. Close enough. And of course you want the soccer ball to be on the field, not as I have it. So there we go. I'm actually going to, let me just move all of these up here quick. Just to kind of center it for no particular reason, but that I want to. And of course, when you go to do this for your project, you're going to want to pick an image that covers the whole scene, right? Not just what I've done here. And the other part is you got to balance it out. So I have this much overlap on my right side, so I need just about the same overlap on my left, just to keep that congruency here. So I'm just going to grab this and pull it in. It seems about right here. So we've really done nothing. We set it up originally with this subtract 1, whereas we were moving this ball along to move the background. So now it should be just as simple as testing it, right? So now I'm going to test this. And again, in theory, I should move this soccer ball forward, and then the scenery should go in the opposite direction to appear as movement. And lo and behold, look at us go. Isn't that terrific? Isn't that great? So there you have it. And then just to kind of make it just a tad bit more realistic, I'm going to go ahead and remove the track border. And the other thing that I'm going to do is, you saw how choppy it was. So I'm going to do that one more time. I mean, it works. We're getting the effect that we want, right? But it's a little choppy there. See that? And what we're going to do to combat that is, when you're on your slider, so specifically we'll do this one here, design, you could see that my steps, I'm saying to go up 1, go up 1, go up 1, go up 1. Well, I can go ahead and say go down. So now I'm saying go up 1/10, go up 1/10. And that should convey a lot smoother style. Of course, I have to do it to both of them, which I don't like to do, but whatever. So now I got to click on my soccer ball and do the same thing. So now when I preview this, you're going to see that it's a really nice, just kind of, whoa, here we go. See that? Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. So there you go. That is just kind of moving things along. And that's what we're going to do for the game here, is we'll have some sort of parallax, whereas you're going to control something and drag it off the screen, then the background is going to move. And then in the background, what we're going to do is have things either fly in or be clickable. And let me show you how to do that. Basically, what we're going to do is have, let's say prompts. Let's just call it prompt. There'll be a prompt that we could click or something, so that's why it's best to use layers. I'm going to do a quick shape in here, a fun one. Let's go this. And we'll say, just like they do on TV, go. Not any of this is necessary. I just want to kind of make it look a little nice before I go too crazy. So there we go. Let's go to the goal. Isn't that exciting? There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put a animation on that as well. Animation, fly in, run top. There we go. Okay. So now we know that this is a slider, just like we did with the tickle one that it got to a certain point. We know that this particular slider has 10 stops on it. So it goes from 0, well, 11, I guess, if you go from 0 to 10. But then we know that we can say, hey, if you get to a certain point on the slider, show a layer, and in this case a prompt. So we just simply have to say, show layer, and then it's the only one I have, prompt. When the slider moves, and then this is where you just pick which slider, and we want to do the soccer one. But I want it to be, let's say, greater than or equal to 2. Just so it shows up pretty quick. So now we should preview this thing. And easily enough, we're like, oh, yeah, it's going to go. So you can see how interactive we can make that, how clever we can get with kind of having somebody, maybe a person, walk across the screen and then time it so certain things are flying in that become interactive, right? And just for that, what I'm going to do is put a jump to next slide. Jump to slide, next slide, when user clicks 0.1. So that's just going to add to it. So that is the foundational aspects of doing a parallax. It gets tedious, but at least if you see this, you know how to move things around and what you need to do to achieve that effect. Okay?